Hello, guys. Hello, hello, hello. Today we have a very, very special interview. And this time I'm getting interviewed by my daughter, Julieta Manzano.
Hi. So, my name is Julieta Manzano, and this is my dad, Daniel Manzano. Can I ask you a few questions about your life?
Sure.
So, the first question I wanted to ask
You're making me nervous, girl.
The first question I wanted to ask is, are you married?
Yes, I am married and I'm happily married to your mom.
How old were you when you got married?
I was 25 when I got married, and I was in February 1st, 2003. And we have been happily married since then.
Beautiful. Now, what do you do on your free time other than come here to work?
I like to practice a lot of sports.
What kinds of sports?
Um, I consider myself a person that loves the outdoors and that loves to practice different sports. So I have, I guess, three favorite sports. Number one being soccer, number two being tennis, number three being biking.
Beautiful. Now, can I ask you a few questions about your work?
Yeah.
So,
Don't you want to ask me anything about the sports, though?
well, I have one question about biking. How many bikes do you own?
Don't tell your mom, okay?
Yes.
I own three bikes because every bike is a different terrain. So you need different types of bikes to ride the terrain.
Wow. Okay, so the first question I wanted to ask you about your company is, what is the name of your company?
The name of the company is AppleTower Title and Escrow.
So why did you name your company AppleTower Title and Escrow?
I named it AppleTower Title and Escrow because it's a family legacy. So Apple is for my last name, which is Manzano, means apple tree in Spanish. And Tower is your mom's last name, which is La Torre, which means the tower in English. So I decided to combine both last names as a tribute to our families. And the name of the company, I think, is amazing. It's so catchy. And every time we say it, it reminds me about my family. And also is what I want the company to be. Everyone here is family, and it comes directly from the name.
Beautiful. Now, the third question I wanted to ask you is, what is your title within the company and why?
That's a very interesting question because I don't necessarily like corporate titles because I think everyone has to do whatever needs to be done to get the job done. So it doesn't matter if you are a chief executive officer, if you are a receptionist, if you are a cleaning lady. For me, everyone does the same thing because everyone as a group is what takes care of giving out that company image. So, but if you need me to have a name or a title, I would call myself a chief happiness officer.
Okay, ready for the next question?
Yes.
What are AppleTower's core values and which one is your favorite?
Well, every letter of Apple Tower stands for one core value, and we're putting them right here on the screen so that everyone can see them. All right. But I have a few favorite ones. I have two very favorite ones. Work and have fun is the W, and always have a smile is the A, and the R stands for respect. Without respect, there's no relationship.
Beautiful. Okay, the fifth question is, what are three of your goals for the upcoming year in 2025?
All right, three of my goals for 2025. We have number one, we as a company, we want to have positive growth in 2025, and we've developed different strategies to make that goal possible. Number two, I want to live a healthy lifestyle in 2025. So I want to work out at least 5 times a week.
That's
All
a
right.
lot.
That's a lot, yes. And working out means playing my sports or doing my sports. And the third one and most important one is I want to spend more time with my family. I want to spend more time with you. I want to spend more time with your mom. I want to spend more time with your siblings. And that's one of my goals in 2025.
That's beautiful. The sixth question is, why do you think people should choose AppleTower as their title company?
There's a very simple answer for that, and it's because of the people. The people that constitute AppleTower is what makes AppleTower very special. We would not be anything without the people behind the brand. And I think we are very blessed to have an excellent group that I call my family, my second family. And sometimes, not sometimes, I actually spend more time at work than what I spend at home. So it is very important to have a really, really nice group backing up the brand.
That's so pretty. Okay, the seventh question is, what is your vision for AppleTower in the next 5 years?
Okay, so we wanna continue spreading and become a key player in the South Florida market, and one of our actually goals, middle term goals, is to start operation in Central Florida, and obviously in Western Florida. So I see our company painting Florida green little by little.
Beautiful. Okay, the second to last question is, who or what is your biggest inspiration in life?
Okay, that's a very, very interesting question, and I have a very, very interesting answer for it. I get inspired very easily, and I think because I want to learn from everything that happens to me. But if I were to tell you who inspires me, there's I think naturally it would be my family. It would be and it would come all the way from my great grandmother, who taught us so many things. I had the pleasure of being with her for many years. My grandparents, I had the honor and the pleasure of having my four grandparents alive for many, many years, and I still have a grandmother alive. And they all taught us who we are and what should we become. Then it comes to my parents. My mom and my dad are my inspiration as well. They've taught me everything that I know and everything that I should become. And then it comes to my brother, my sister, and of course, my children. They, I would say my biggest inspiration is you and your brother and your sister. Because everything that I do it because of you guys. And I actually have a really, really interesting story. When we sold our house that we went to live with your grandparents, you remember that?
Yes.
Okay. So we put all your toys and all your siblings' toys in a storage. And out of the blue, I was working crazy hours. And you guys would come to the office and you guys would stay with me for a few hours, and then mom would come and pick you up. On one of those days, out of the blue, I went in to do a closing, and then when I came out, your brother had written a post-it, and I'm actually gonna make sure that we post a picture of that. Your brother had written on a post-it that he missed his storage, his toys in the storage a lot. So it says, "I miss my toys in the storage a lot." And for me, that was an inspiration. It immediately inspired myself to become better and to look for the means to buy a new house and to bring those toys out of the storage for you guys. So those little things, I still have that posted. It's my inspiration every day, and I have it in my underneath my monitor screen.
That's so nice. The last question is, me being your daughter, what do you think is your legacy that you want to pass on, not only to me, but to your two other kids?
I would say humbleness and hard work. I have worked very hard for many, many years, and you never know where the opportunity is. So instead of staying home and just staying in bed, you gotta look for the opportunity, because opportunity is never gonna come and knock on your door. You gotta knock the door on opportunity.
That is beautiful. Thank you for sharing this with the audience today. I hope that now our audience knows a lot about you and your personal life.
Thank you.
Bye.